Chapter 11. Your mum's got a slipped disc. Dawn stares at me like she's never heard anything so bizarre in her life. It's very common, I say, especially when people have to lift heavy things. I'm standing on the doorstep of Little Acorn's nursery and Elsa's wriggling in my arms. Mum's been told to have total bed rest, so I'll be bringing Elsa to nursery and picking her up. Just for a while, maybe 2 weeks. A slipped disc? Dawn blinks. Grandad said this would be the perfect excuse. I wasn't expecting to have to convince her. I think back to what I read on the NHS website. It's when pressure is placed on the sciatic nerve, causing severe pain in the leg, hip, and buttocks. Buttocks? Mainly our left one, I say. Why can't I shut up about buttocks? I pass Elsa over and start to back away down the path. Any problems, ring me or Grandad, because Mum needs total rest. Dawn rubs her nose on Elsa's fluffy hair. I guess that's why you're still in your pyjamas, she says. Is she? I just grabbed the first baby growth thingy that I found in the drawer. Sorry, I say, I was a bit rushed this morning, and Mum was asleep. Painkillers. Dawn seems to accept this. Who's got a poorly mummy? She says to Elsa. Let's get you changed, and then I'll give you some honey toast. Honey toast? That sounds amazing. Elsa woke me up at around 5, jumping up and down in her cot and cackling. Then I had to run around to get ready, and I didn't have time to eat breakfast or even change out of the clothes I fell asleep in. Right now, I'm wearing yesterday's pants. Not a good feeling. Just as I'm about to escape, Dawn calls after me. So how did your mum slip her disc? Picking up baked beans, I say, nodding to show that what I'm saying is definitely true. She bent like this. I mime twisting round, picked up a bean. At this point, I actually hold up an imaginary bean, and bang, it went, or rather slipped. A baked bean? Well, I never. Dawn forces Elsa to wave at me. Say bye-bye to Miggy Pops. Bye, Elsa, I say, smiling and waving back. The moment the door shuts, my smile vanishes and I turn and leg it down the road. I'm going to be so late for school. I cut through the cemetery, weave round the shoppers on the high street, and get to school just as the electronic gates are swinging shut. With a final burst of energy, I throw myself through the gap. I made it. And that's when I see Mr. Curtis, my deputy head of year, lurking by the bushes. Meg Clark, he says, chuckling. Are you late? Yes, sir, I manage to say. He shakes his head and pulls out a late slip. Any particular reason? Where to begin? There were various nappy changes, Pongo stealing Elsa's Weetabix, cleaning up Weetabix number 2 that had landed on the floor, and then cleaning up Weetabix number 3 that Elsa patted into Pongo's fur. That stuff dries like rock. Oh, and Elsa cried 4 times, and I cried once, but only through pain. Elsa accidentally bit me when I tried to get my keys out of her mouth. I overslept, I say. Sorry. He laughs again and starts filling in the slip. I'm afraid this means break time detention. He holds out the slip and raises an eyebrow. Now, Meg, you do know what a detention is, don't you? Yes, sir, I say, snatching the slip out of his hands.